What is up, guys? Back today with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I know I've uploaded one every day this week. I'm really proud of myself for doing that. But this was against Guy Shadow for my stream. If you're looking at my team, Charizard's new. Trevenant is old, but I haven't used him in a while. Starmie's pretty new, and Gliscor and the Genesect are kind of the same. But my stall game with Gliscor is quite nice. I don't know. It's easy to predict what your opponent's gonna do, and he's pretty easy once you get used to using him. And Genesect is very OP. But let's go ahead and jump into this. We'll talk about his team as the stream goes on here. So he is going to, or I'm going to lead off with my Trevenant, and I do believe he leads off with his Mandibuzz. Now, a lot of this is some stall here. He's going to go for the knockoff, which is quite unfortunate because I did have the big root on there. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Leech Seed. Now, as soon as I click Leech Seed, I was like, fuck, Overcoat. But apparently, Overcoat doesn't block Leech Seed. So it's only on powder moves and weather, I think. So I guess I did okay. This battle would have been a lot better if he didn't have the knockoff. I would have been able to definitely survive a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp here. He's going to keep going for the knockoff. So I don't want my Wood Pusher over here to die just yet. So I gotta make things a little even over here since he took my big root. But like I said, I burned him. Get some HP back from those good old Leech Seed, leeching on some souls here. He's gonna take some burn damage. He's gonna go for another knockoff here. Now you'll see the damage right there. Like the burn just halves your opponent's attack, so it's quite nice. I'm gonna go for a Horn Leech. At this point right now, I'm just trying to get as much HP back as I can while he's out on the field before I switch out. And I don't want to switch into anything that I don't have to. I can't switch into Gliscor because my Toxic Orb isn't up yet, and I don't want. I need my Poison Heal ability for my Gliscor to really be effective. So he's gonna go for the Roost here. Now I didn't want to over predict and switch out and then him knock off and me not go for Roost. So I'm just gonna go for, like I said, I'm just gonna keep going for Horn Leech here, trying to get back as much HP as I can because Mandibuzz are quite annoying. Now if you're having trouble with the damage that they're outputting, like if they're like using Foul Play or they're using knockoff, try and get a burn. But if you really need to get rid of it, Toxic is the best way to go. If you can get the badly poison on them, then it's definitely a big help because you can just stall them out and then they die. Now here's when he starts going for the Foul Play. Now obviously that did a lot more damage. So unfortunately for me, I am going to have to think of something to do here. And I can't remember if I just let him die or if I switch out. I think I switch out because I think I had him later on in the battle. Because his HP is kind of low here. Knowing him, he's probably going to go for the Roost because he wants this thing to stay around. So I am going to switch out of there. I'm going to go out into my Charizard, my new Charizard. He's going to go for the Roost as predicted here. Now, if you were looking at my team, you probably noticed that this is a Mega Charizard Y. Now, Mega Charizard Y is very powerful. This one doesn't have all the moves that I want on it yet. I'm still deciding whether I want, Air Slash or Solar Beam. Just because if someone has Weather on their team, Solar Beam is kind of useless because they can switch in while you go for the Solar Beam there, and it can just be really bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve here, looking nice and powerful here, and get up that Sun right quick. And I do believe that I just go for the, I go for Fire Spin here. Now, a lot of people are like, why the hell do you have Fire Spin? Fire Spin is very nice because they can't switch out. It does residual damage. So the residual damage on top of Leech Seed and on top of the burn is going to wear away at this Mandibuzz very quickly if he decides to Roost. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't even have enough HP to make it there yet. So the Mandibuzz is gone. Thank the fucking Lord. These things are so annoying to deal with. Fucking I don't even know what to say about him. But now he's got his free candy out here. He's gonna go for the sludge bomb. I knew that I probably wouldn't outspeed it because I am modest. I tried to get my hands on a Tim and 1, but someone gave me this modest one, so I'm quite happy with it. Now, unfortunately for me, he's sashed, and I definitely want to keep my Charizard around as long as I can, so I'm going to go out on my Wood Pusher here. Just basically as death fodder. Sludge Bomb is going to take me down to about 7 HP there. He's going to go for another Sludge Bomb because he is faster than me, and he is going to take out my Wood Pusher. Now, obviously, the Gengar liked pushing wood a little bit more than my Trevenant did, so he got his shit rocked, but it's all good. I'm going to go out on my Genesect. I can't even talk, excuse me. I am Scarfed, so I know I'm going to be able to outspeed this thing unless he's Scarfed, which I don't know why he would be. So I'm just going to go with the Flamethrower and take that bitch out. Now watch him just roll over and die. Sunlight is going to go away, so my Flamethrowers aren't going to be doing as much. It's going to go out to Garden Whore. It's a quite clever nickname there. Except that Gardevoirs are actually interpreted as males in the Pokemon lore, even if they are female, so that's unfortunate for you, unless your male is whoring around. But I'm going to go out on a Starmie, no you. This Starmie's quite new. I quite enjoy this thing. It's bulky. Rapid Spin. Now, I didn't really need this thing too much because he doesn't have any rocks on his team, and I have the Sun on my team. So the only reason it's on here is to prevent rocks for my Charizard. Now, I am going to be able to get off a Scald because I am faster. Unfortunately for me, I don't get the fucking burn, which really blows, and he's going to kill me off with another Shadow Ball. So Starmie, no you, did okay, I guess. So I'm going to go out and do Charizard here because I know that I can pretty much just roost and then proceed to fuck this thing up. Special. Charizard Y actually gets a special defense boost when he Mega Evolves, so it's quite nice. And Roost heals, I'm not sure of the percentage, but it heals more than normal in the sun, so it's definitely nice. And you also lose your flying type when you Roost, so you have to be careful if you're up against the ground type. They can predict that and go for an Earthquake and totally fuck you up. So, like I didn't say this, but I'm going to go for the Fire Spin just to fuck this thing up. So now he can't switch out. He's kind of stuck here, and he's taking residual damage each and every turn. He's just going to keep going for Psychic here. I'm not sure if it's Stab anymore, but it's definitely doing a lot more than the Shadow Ball was doing. So I'm just going to Roost here. I'm getting a little bit HP, a little bit of HP back every time I Roost and after his attack. So I'm just trying to find a decent balance here to where I can go ahead and move on. Now on this turn here, I do believe I go for the Flamethrower just to get rid of this thing because Fairy types just in general can be quite annoying, especially if you don't have Steel or Poison on your side. So you have to be really careful and consider that. So now he's going to go out into his Klefki, and I know that this thing is Prankster and is probably going to go for the Thunder Wave. And this is a perfect time to go out in my Gliscor, who completely resists the Thunder Wave and allows me to get my Toxic Orb up. So now I don't have to worry about Gliscor being burned, Gliscor being asleep, being frozen, being paralyzed. Even though he can't be paralyzed, I have nothing to worry about. So now he's going to go out into Fairy Stall as I go for the Earthquake. Now this Whimsicott gave me some big trouble during this match because I'm not sure. I didn't know what moves it had on it, so I wanted to be careful. He's going to go for the Substitute here, predicting my Toxic. That was just a bad play on my part. I should have seen that coming. It's going to go for the Leech Seed. Now, basically, my Poison Heal is negated. Leech Seed takes away exactly as much as Poison Heal heals. So, I'm basically just kind of just chilling at 114 right now. So, like I said, I'm going to get my Poison Heal back. Get up to 136. Go for an Earthquake here. And it is not, unfortunately, me, of course, it's not going to break his sub, so I'm starting to get a little pissed off now. He's going to go for the Moonblast. That is going to break my sub, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? We're, like, having playtime right on the battlefield, and you're just going to, like, throw shit at my head. It's like little kids, you know, when you're a little kid and you, like, got hit in the head and you just start fucking crying. It was kind of like me, except I was starting to get really pissed off, and I apologize for my cursor being on the screen that entire time. That always happens. I'm gonna go ahead and go for another earthquake here and finally break his sub. So it's taken about 2 earthquakes to break his sub, and I don't want him to have a sub up when I bring my next Pokemon in, because then they can leech seed, then they can protect, they can do all sorts of nasty fucking things to you. So now I'm just chilling at 54% of my health, or 54 HP. Get some HP or poison heal back, get up to 76. He's gonna go for the substitute here. I'm just gonna keep going for earthquake right now because that's basically the only thing I can do. So that is going to do. It probably does just a little bit of over half of what his subs are made up of. He's gonna get some leech seed here. Now I know that it does have prankster, but prankster only works on moves that don't do damage, I believe. So I know that I can safely earthquake because I am faster than this thing, and that is going to break his sub. And then he, I believe, goes for the Moonblast here and is unfortunately going to take out Gliscor. Gliscor is a very, very good Pokemon, and I've been, he's an OU for a reason. I've been overusing him because he's very good. All you really have to do is watch out for ice types and water types, and if you can do that, then you're perfectly fine. But now, having, they used to give me so much trouble to deal with, but after using one, I know what it's weak to, so I can use that to my advantage. So if something is giving you problems, try and get a hold of it and play with it, and then you can possibly learn how to deal with it later on. So now he's gonna go out, or I'm gonna go out in my Genesect here. I'm just gonna flamethrower. He told me that he misclicked here. I'm not sure if that was true or not. I'm not sure what he would have went for. But I am going to go for a flamethrower, and that is definitely going to kill that Whimsicott. So thank the fucking Lord that thing's gone. Now he's going to go on to Emo Bitch. I'm an emo kid, non-conforming as can be. I'm going to go for a flamethrower here. Unfortunately for me, I don't have the sun up, so it's going to do about 50% to his health there as he starts going for Calm Minds. Now I'm like, fuck, I have to deal with this thing. And the only thing that I had really that used attack was Infernape at this point. So, and I didn't want him to have the Psychic because he would be faster than me, I believe, if I sent out my Infernape. Because I think Espeon has base 130 speed. Even if he has base 110 speed, he's still faster than my my Infernape, especially if he's timid max speed. So here's where it starts to be quite annoying. Because I'm taking Leech Seed damage and he's just setting up Calm Minds, so I'm definitely going to switch out of there. I'm going to go back out to my Charizard, get the sun up, make it nice and bright. Excuse me. He's going to go for the Wish here. Now, if you kill a Pokemon on the same turn that they used Wish, the Wish is negated. So, fortunately for me, I went for the flamethrower that turn, not the fire spin. I thought about going for the fire spin, but I knew that flamethrower would kill, especially with stab and the sun up. Now here's where I said that I knew that he had Thunder Wave, and especially when he tried it on my Gliscor earlier. But this was his last Pokemon, so unfortunately for him, it was checkmate. That was definitely a good game. I mean, he could have stalled me out a little bit longer if I would have been Parahax that turn, but I had the Infernape and I still had Genesect left. Which are both of those also have fire type moves, so it wouldn't have been a problem at all. I would have liked to taken it out with my Gliscor earlier, but unfortunately it wasn't the case, obviously. Guys, we are almost at 90 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. You guys are making things happen, and it really is amazing. So I really just want to say thank you to all of you, whether you're new or old. I really do appreciate it, and I'm sorry that I always shove this message in your face, but you guys really just don't know how much I really do, how grateful I really am for all of this. But like I told people in the stream today, I do apologize if you missed it. I am streaming tomorrow, probably starting around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so if you want to stop on in there, go ahead, feel free. People are always super nice. If they're being mean, they get the ban hammer. 600 seconds, they cannot talk, so they pretty much learn their lesson after the first one. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but as long as you're not being mean to other people or whatever, things like that. But anyway, I'm getting off track. If we hit 100 subscribers, I will upload one of my battles with Hayden. Now, I'm not sure which one I'm going to upload just yet. Probably one of the first ones that I had with him. I need to play through my X version, which I am going to do my best to get through before we hit 100 subscribers so that I have it ready. What else was I going to say? Streaming tomorrow, I think I said that. If you guys are interested in more about when I'm going to be streaming, you can follow me on Twitch. There should be a link in the description to my channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I usually tweet. I always say post, and I mean to say tweet 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time before I even start streaming, to give you guys a heads up to finish whatever you're doing or whatever before I even start streaming. So anyways, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Share the video, like it, comment, do whatever. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I do read every single one. I get notifications. I get emails for everything. So if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave it in there. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. All right? Peace out.